Hello guys, welcome to the first video tutorial on MySQL for beginners. And in this video I'm going to show you how you can install and configure MySQL on your Windows operating system. I'm using Windows 8.1 as my operating system, but this procedure you can use it for Windows 7 or Windows 8 also. So let's get started. First of all, we are going to download and install MySQL on our computer. So go to your browser and search for mysql.com, and you will see this website called MySQL, www.mysql.com. So just open this website, or what you can do is you can just only search for MySQL, and this will present you this MySQL website. Okay, and once you are in mysql.com website, so go to mysql.com. In here you will see some of the links related to MySQL, and you will see MySQL, the world's most popular open source database. So in here you need to click this link, downloads link here. Okay, so click this download link, and in here you will see different flavors of MySQL database: MySQL community server, MySQL cluster, fabric, utilities, workbench, and there are so many tools for MySQL. But what we are going to do is we are going to install MySQL community server as a whole. So we will install MySQL server, and we will also install MySQL workbench to work with MySQL. So what I will do is I will go to this link, which is MySQL community server, and scroll down a little, and you will see this section here which says MySQL's community server, whatever is the latest version. At the time of making this video, the latest version is 5.6.19, and I want to install this MySQL community server as a whole for Windows, so it's already selected here. Or otherwise, if you are installing MySQL server for other operating system, you can choose your operating system from here and select your operating system and then download this MSI file. Okay, so just click this download here, Windows 64-bit MySQL installer. Okay, so I will click this download, and it will lead me to this next link, and in here it will ask me if I want to download this for this version or this version. Okay, so I will choose this first version to download, Windows x86 32-bit MSI, and I will download it. But first you just need to see this line here which is in the note. It's saying MySQL installer is 32-bit, right? So MySQL installer is 32-bit, but the install is for both 64-bit binaries and 32-bit binaries. So if you are seeing this is 32-bit, don't worry, it will be it can be installed on 64-bit, because MySQL installer is 32-bit installer. Okay, so just select this first link, download, and in here it will say to log in or sign up. So if you want to create a account in MySQL, then you can create an account, or if you already have an account in MySQL, then you can create, you can log in with your account. Or the third option is, if you don't want to log in or sign up, you can just click this link, no thanks, just start download. Okay, so I'm going to click this link, no thanks, just start download, and my download will start. And it's a fairly small executable file to download, so it will be downloaded in really few seconds. And once it's downloaded, just click this executable file and the installation will start. And you see here installation is starting. And click yes. And click yes once again. And it's saying please wait while the MySQL server processes the current operation. So it will take about 10 to 15 minutes to install MySQL. So be patient and just go step by step. And now you can see this window here which says install MySQL product, about MySQL and resources. So I'm going to click this option, install MySQL product, and now my installation will start. But before starting the installation, you need to accept the license terms. So just click this I accept the license terms, and on the left hand side you will see this column and you will see some categories here. So it will go one category after another, and when you go or when you reach to this category called complete, your installation will be complete. So keep an eye here, and for now I will accept the terms and condition and I will click next. And it's saying find the latest product, so I will just click execute, and it will find the internet connection and fetch the products from the internet. So I will just click execute from here, and you see connect to the internet is successful, and I'm ready to go further. So I will click next, and in here you can choose the type of setup you want. I want this MySQL for development use, so I will just keep this radio button checked as developer default. Okay, and I will click next, and it's in here it's showing some of the requirements. So for example, you already have some Visual Studio installed in your system, so it's saying that this .NET framework requires some of the MySQL DLL, and if you want to add these DLL which supports MySQL framework for .NET, then you can see here all the requirement will be listed here. And it's always a good habit to install your language first. For example, if you want to develop C# and MySQL application, then install Visual Studio first and then install MySQL. Otherwise you will not be able to see these requirement, and whenever you install MySQL, it will not show you these options, and it will not configure the support for the .NET framework. So it's always a good idea to install your language first, for example C# or Visual Basic in the form of Visual Studio, and then install MySQL. So it has listed the requirement. I will click execute, and it has installed one more requirement from here, and I will say I have read and accept the license terms and condition, and I will say install. So it's installing the support for Visual Studio, you see here, and click finish. And now I can see all the green checks here. That means all the support is available. I can click the next button now, and now these are the processes which will take place when you click this execute button. So first this will be downloaded, and one by one all the tools for MySQL will be downloaded and installed. So just execute or click this execute button, and one by one these download will start, and all the download will take place. And when all the download will be completed, we will reach to the configuration. So I will pause the video here because it's downloading all the tools and there is not much happening here. So once this all the downloading of the tool is completed, I will unpause the video and I will go further. Okay, so now all the downloads and install are complete, so I will click next, and it's saying configuration overview. So it's showing initial configuration for a MySQL server. We will click next, and in here you will see the typical configuration for MySQL server. So I want to use this server configuration type as a development machine, but you have the option for server machine or dedicated machine, but I want to use this server as a development machine, so I will just leave it as default. And this is the default port on which this server will run, 3306. So I will not change this port number and I will leave it as default because we are just learning this MySQL, so we don't need to change this if you don't have any real purpose for changing. Okay, and I will click next, and this is the most important step of MySQL installation. You need to give a password for opening your database or to communicate with your database. So in here you need to give your password. So for example, I will give some password which I will remember later. So you need to remember this password. So just give a password which you can remember and then repeat that password. It's saying password weak, but yeah, for demo it's okay, but give a strong password for this, and I will click next, and I will leave this as default. The Windows service detail, the service name, which is MySQL 56 in my case, I will leave it as default, and I will click next. Configuring the product, and you see new service added to the mentioned list here, and click next. So configuration of all the product will happen first and then the installation will be completed, and click next and start MySQL Workbench. So MySQL Workbench is a client tool with the help of which you can communicate with the database, and it's a GUI tool, so you can see what is the structure of database and you can create database using MySQL Workbench. So I will leave this checkbox as checked so that it will directly launch Workbench after the setup. So I will click finish and it will launch MySQL Workbench now for me. So I will wait for the MySQL Workbench, and you see here the MySQL Workbench is now launched. And here you can give the password or search for the databases. You see MySQL doc, library, utilities, and all the things, but what we are interested in is the communication with the database, right? So just once again I will do this. Okay, I will click here for the root username because I have given, or the default username is root. Just click this. I will ask for the password which you have set, so just repeat the same password. and click OK. And now you are connected with the database, and you will see this overview here. Okay, and in here you see the server status, client, and several number of things, but the things we are interested in is this one, information schema. These are some of the default schema or the databases which is given by Mysql for as an example databases. What you can do is you can go to database and connect to database and click OK and give your password. And once again you will see here. So this overview you can see in two ways, either by going to the database and connect to the database, or otherwise just click that route which I have shown you. Now it has some schema, so let's see this schema from here, which is world schema, and it has some tables. So it has these tables called city and country language. So what I can do is, in this world database, I can go to the tables here and click the table I want to see. So I will for example, I want to see the data in the city database. This is by the way, example database. We are going to create our own database in for the further videos, so don't worry about it. But this is some of the sample databases which are provided by the MySQL for us. Okay, so I will right click the table I want to see. So right click and just click this first option, select rows, limit 1000, and you will see the data in that table. So the name of the table is city, and this is the data in the table, and this is called the query, and this will produce the same result as this one if you execute this query. So we are going to learn this query in the further videos also, so don't worry about this query. But yeah, for seeing the data in the database, you just need to right click it and just select rows, limit 1000. So this is how you can install and configure MySQL in your Windows operating system. In the further videos, I will show you how you can create databases, how you can query databases, and some more features in MySQL database. So stay tuned and please rate, comment, and subscribe, and bye for now.